Serving soldier Ross Birkinshaw weighed in at 8 stone 2 pounds ahead of his British super flyweight title fight against Lee Haskins. Champion Haskins from Bristol also weighed in at 8 stone 2 pounds, and the two went head to head before the main event tomorrow evening. Belarusian Ilyas Shakuro is the man trying to spoil the party for local hero Tony Jeffries. He weighed in at 12 stone 3 pounds before Jeffries proved he's a natural at the super middleweight level, topping the scales at 11 stone 1.5 pounds. The Belarusian accused Jeffries of being spoilt in the build-up to the event, and Tony gave FrankMaloney.com this response.
He's taller than me. He seemed to be up for it. He never shook my hand after, so he seems to want to come here to win. So maybe he'll give us a better fight tomorrow. But it psyched us up even more how much I wanted. But he said I need pampering. We'll see tomorrow who needs pampering after I fought him.
Brian the Lion Rose was a late addition to the bill, but looked confident ahead of his fight against Francis Chofo. Rose is undefeated in his 13 fights and was slightly heavier of the two on the scales. He also told us how he will look to use his jab against a slightly smaller opponent.
Ryan, just stepped off the scales. Are you looking comfortable at the weight, 11 stone 1?
Yeah, I feel really good. I made the weight pretty easy. I mean, I could make 11 stone the day before quite easily, so 11.2 is really easy.
It's the first time you've seen your opponent. You've got a height advantage on him, and that's going to be a reach advantage as well.
Well, I've got a really good jab, so my jab should work brilliant. It does against everyone else, so it should work brilliant against someone so small. And obviously bringing my shots up, I've been working on that for the last 8 weeks anyway, so everything's looking good. I think the opponent's perfect for me.
There will also be more local talent on the show in the form of heavyweight Dave Ferguson and local man Trevor Crew. Promoter Frank Maloney is still very happy with the lineup, despite some injury problems.
We've got a very good card. The only one we've lost is Darren Sunderland, unfortunately, because I did want to have him here because I think it's great to see him and Tony Jeffries on the same bill. But, you know, unfortunately, in boxing you can't get in the ring without getting hit. So, you know, Sunderland got a slight cut to his eye the other night, so he's off the bill. But other than that, the whole bill was held up, and I'm very pleased with that.
That's the closest I've come at one of your weigh-ins to a little bit of fighting. Haskins and Birkinshaw, they really look like they're going to try and put on a show.
I think so. You know, they need to. I mean, you get great fights with the little fellas, and especially when you've got two guys who really want to win. You know, there's not a lot of glamour in the small weights, but we're trying to bring it back because we have quite a few fights around that weight. And that fight's a very interesting fight. It's something that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to enjoy, you know, because both fights are under promotional contract to me. I don't manage any fighters, so I'm not as involved in it as I would be as if I was managing them. But it's a fight that I think everyone's going to enjoy. You're going to sit there, you're going to enjoy it. We've got a guy that loves to come forward, a guy that loves to win, and we've got a guy that is quite flash and quite arrogant. So it's a great mixture of styles.